Well, the atmosphere is building up very, very nicely to what would undoubtedly be yet another high-caliber conflict, the sort you have to expect at this stage of a great competition. The atmosphere is electric and the noise ear-splitting. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters. He's having a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
That is good alertness. And that's going up front in a hurry. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I've been really impressed by this guy, Marmoush, who I expect to be amongst the goals here, Peter. He's, for me, very much the complete package. Great operating alone or in a partnership, but I prefer to see him play off somebody. That's when you really get to see his skills, not just as a finisher, but as someone who initiates as well.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Marmoush, that's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, he's been caught napping. There's the shot! Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now he's off and running. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Knocks it into space.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. That's a lovely, neat pass. Tries to play it through. Kabore. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ouattara, he's played it back.
Yeah, probably the best option. It had to go back.
And he'll shoot here! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Real chance! Marmoush. Oh, that's a key interception. Half an hour played now. It's a really well-measured ball. Egypt are looking to break at pace. Traore. Driving through the middle. Marmoush in with the challenge. He's a sharp little ball here. Chance! Mohamed Salah. It's a good foot in there. And he was quick to react. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Great vision. Shapes to shoot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Danger averted for now. Marmoush.
Oh, really well played.
That is a great pick out. Oh, good take. Tries a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Pinches it off him. Looking for options for movement. Over to the left. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's being played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this. And I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So, off we go once more.
Burkina Faso have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Closing in on goal. Goes for a shot! Well, they can break here. And he's had it nicked away. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Aims beyond, takes a shot! There it is! The second half sparks straight into life. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he can do.
22.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Traore is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and as their most significant attacker, he isn't about to receive any generous invitations.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Tapsoba. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And it's Salah. Nicely spread. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Egypt really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Mohamed Salah proves just a little bit too strong.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, I suppose, Peter, in a tight game like this is as good a time as any to make a change.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Turns back here, probably the best option. Lovely. Oh, shooting chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
The finishing line very much in sight now. Now just moments away from a semi-final place. Chooses to go cross-field. Now that looks a decent ball, and he's picked it up out wide. Nicely shaped cross.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
1-0 as we head towards the end. Traore receives it in a wide position. No, he didn't quite meet it right. And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Played back into the centre, pass somewhat off target.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He won't be happy with that one. Shoots! Deftly away. And that has left him in a heap.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And he's forced to go back. And there goes the final whistle. Victory, yet another victory in this quest for glory. It feels good, very good, and surely they go into the semi-finals now with great confidence. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Burkina Faso can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children announcement with the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt.
So we welcome you wherever you are to the penultimate game at the end of what has been this magnum opus of football. Fans have travelled from far and wide to ensure that they are part of it, and amid the uncompromising nature of this sporting conflict, we are all united in feeling the acute significance of the semi-final. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
A game some may argue with justification as being harder than the final itself, Peter. I can certainly attest to that from my own experience. While you do everything to tell yourself you shouldn't get too ahead of things, it's actually harder than it seems. But it's looking like a terrific occasion here. Let's just hope we have a game to match all of this wonderful expectation.
And already we're underway here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I think the midfielder, Sarr, is going to have a very busy game here, Peter. Not only because he has a lot of ground to cover, but he's that kind of go-to guy. He embraces everything. He's just a willing runner all of the time. And it's great to see that energy in his play. But he's also very good at winning the ball back and then quickly moving it on.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. He's had it taken off him.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Ouattara tries to play it through. He's on it. Can he get away? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Sarr spread it left. Quarter of an hour played. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. He's picked his way through. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Looking for the run.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Sarr. Now it's Ndiaye.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He is through here. Oh, that's a key interception. Mane. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's shifting through the gears here. He's under a lot of pressure there. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, good spread. And he's in on goal. Cleared without complication. And they're back on the ball again. He's found a way through. Big chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Idrissa Gueye. And it's Sarr. Now Diatta. Ndiaye. That's a throw. Tapsoba. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Ouattara. Gets a good foot in there. Senegal have a free kick. Sarr. And it's Gay. And he's forced to go back. And it's Mane.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he cuts out the supply. Niakate. Traore. Now it's Ouattara. Ouattara unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ndiaye. Ouattara. Half-time in the semi-final. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So the end of the first half in the semi-final. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we are back underway.
Burkina Faso clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's made its way to him. That'll be a corner. And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Senegal are looking to go forward now. Looking for options for movement. Ndiaye. Can he get it through? And this is Mane. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ouattara. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, that goes for a shot! And he's found the net! The breakthrough arrives at last! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. Diatta. And that is going out for a goal kick. So there's going to be another change here.
Changement en cours.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Pinches it off him. Nicely aimed pass. Great vision. And he's picked out the run. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Ouattara! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ouattara really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Niakate clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Mane stood his ground strongly. No, he's not getting past him there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Ouattara. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pass somewhat off target. Just about up to 75 minutes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Attention, changement.
It's a promising position. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Not the most accurate pass. This looks promising. With the finishing line very much in sight now. They have 1 foot in the final. Koulibaly. Now Diatta. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Jackson. And he's surging through. Has another go! So close to drawing level.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
One 0 as we head towards the end. That has not gone well. Diatta. Shifted upfield. No way through there. Played towards the other side. I think we're just about done here. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Sarr. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
To further improve their position of comfort.
Temps additionnel.
As you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
But inscrit, le numéro 12.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Ouattara. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Ouattara. And Tapsoba. Passing is crisp and sharp. And time is up. So this is it. The final hurdle is behind them. It is a straight road to glory. There's a small matter of the final to come, but these fans don't care. This is their time now, their pride and joy. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, they've grown in stature and confidence with every step, and one big step away from the trophy now.
Un rappel à l'intention de nos spectateurs. La consommation de boissons n'est autorisée que dans les zones indiquées.
So this is the one we've all been waiting for, the crowd embracing the ultimate game in the competition, the ultimate date with destiny for their teams, as one of the game's most sought-after pieces of silverware is within their reach. No shortage of glitz or glamour, and fitting that the final chapter to what has been a great footballing saga should feel as it does here. Let us be treated to a grand finale. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Two teams, Jim Beglin, with one common thought: to have their names on this famous trophy.
Bringing back memories for me, Peter. A chance to have your name in the club's history. Having had the privilege of experiencing this a fair few times in my own career, there really is nothing that compares. Once you get there, you want to keep coming back. I still feel like that now.
And we're on the way.
Look, we can only hope for a final that will be free-flowing and end-to-end and highly entertaining, but fear of defeat can often dominate emotion.
He's having a shot! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Out to the left it goes. And he's managed to get free. Played into the box.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they're back on the ball again. Amrabat. And Aguirre. Unahi. Oh, that is a nice touch. He's in a great position here. Could move up a gear here. Cabore. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Traore. Over to the left. That's really nicely played. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's on it. Great chance! Oh, it's gone in! And there you have it. The first spark in this most special of games. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Burkina Faso are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, it's certainly a huge goal, Peter, one that I'm hoping will now open up the game a lot more. They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Diaz. He's in plenty of space here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Nicely weighted ball. Coffee claims comfortably. Cabore. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Mazraoui. Unahi. Gets a good foot in there. That's a lovely, neat pass.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Saiss. But it's lofted through here. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Traore. Decent chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, taken with style. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good... Climbs up big! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And that's been won straight back. Well, that pass isn't the best. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Oh, he's found support out wide. Aguirre. And it's Al-Ainawi. Ouattara. Thinks about the shot.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Has a shot! And he's following up! And again! El-Ainawi. Amrabat. Well, there's the whistle. The first half of the final has flown by. So, Jim, the halfway point of the final, what are you thinking?
So far, so good, Peter. But there'll be a response from their opponents in the second half. I'm sure that'll be discussed in the dressing room. That period immediately after half-time will be very interesting indeed. They have to be really, really ready for it.
So it's half-time in the grand finale. It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. Well, here we go then. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. Kabore. And Tapsoba. Ouattara. Plays the return pass. Distributed tidily. Well read, nice interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pass is just off target. Saiss. And Unahi. Amrabat. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Can he spark a counter here? Traore. Saiss. Now Mazraoui. It's an inviting looking ball that, and he's been shifted off it. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. And that has been cleared.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ball driven towards the far post. Header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And it's Diaz. He's picked his way through. Traoré.
Le nombre de
60 minutes
spectateurs
played.
pour ce match, 81 007.
Tapsoba. Played out towards the right wing. And a chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Le numéro 13.
A case now of complete control. Opts for safety. Tapsoba. Ouattara. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Traoré. He's a sharp little ball here.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Nicely spread. Gets into some space. Elects to cross. He gets big!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Unahi. So not long left in this now. Just a few moments from glory. No, again there's no way through. And he's forced to go back. Spread it left. That has ended up in no man's land. And the shot! No mistake! A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of
L'équipe du
sloppiness.
Maroc, après 78 minutes de jeu par le numéro 11. Changement. Le numéro 19. Le numéro 2.
So the manager can make a change for the first
Le
time in the
numéro
game here.
22. Alors,
Morocco give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout.
Le numéro 8. Le numéro 21.
Traoré, out to the right. Hangs one in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That's a good ball out wide. Brahim Diaz. Well, time is petering out now, and all the indications are that there is no serious risk of them letting it slip.
Well, Peter, I think they've largely executed a very good game plan. Quality shone through at the right moments. All they have to do now is keep the ball, or certainly keep it away from dangerous zones.
Changement. Le numéro 15. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 11.
Now it's Traoré, strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Amrabat. Foot in. It's a really well measured
Il y
ball.
aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Threads one in, picked out brilliantly. And he shoots! They've scored! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Le numéro 11.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So now the difference is 3. And that will be the final act. So these are our winners. A word for the vanquished, who played more than their part in this competition and did very well to make the final. But it just wasn't to be for them. The right team did win it in the end, and it is rightly time for them to bask in their glory. What a moment this is for all connected with the team. It's a day for pride, a day for glory, another grand chapter to be added to their glittering history.